Wow. Man, now this is crazy. Hello, hello, hello. Wagwan. Damn, bro, this is crazy though. Anyway, karibu sana. Welcome to another video. Sorry guys for keeping you waiting. Today is not business as usual. Today hasn't been business as usual. A lot of ups and downs here and there, but I have to show up. All right. I had to plug my backup because power decided to do what it does sometimes. And so I'm here on my backup. Anyway, if you're in the house, please like the video and subscribe if you haven't. Okay. Let me know that if you hear me clear, if you're getting me clear. I'm not sure if my video is clear or my audio, whatever. Just let me know if it's clear, right? And if it's not, just let me know again. Anyway, thank you for joining. Thank you for being here. Such a great moment to have you on board. So, as I said, it's not business as usual because power decided to disappoint me, but I'm here on my backup, and so I'm here to talk real quick on what happened on in the village today, as just to give you a highlight before we get deep into it. And I would really like if you drop your comment there. Let's have a conversation before we finish the show. And so there was an incident that happened with the same guy who DEE MWANGO and the goons and MARWA they attacked, and the case is currently in court. And so while the case is still being handled by the court, the owner of the land, decided to close the road, or partially close the road. And when MARWA showed up with his camera, of course, and GOON and DEE MWANGO, they were kind of, I don't know, trying to talk about that matter. And the guy showed up, the man came out, and it wasn't good. It wasn't looking good. And so, speaking about road being closed, so DEE MWANGO and MARWA have only have been left with one option, or two or three. Let me say like three options. Either to use Git River's land, or to use Jamaican Uncle's land, or to use this other neighbor, Murimi. So because all these options are limited, the only option that is left here is Jamaican Uncle. And as we speak, because neighbors have decided to block the road, they have decided to close and all that. So Jamaican Uncle decided, not like he decided, I really think that he was like convinced. Should I say convinced or like scammed? So Jamaican Uncle donated his land to be used as the road. In case all the neighbors say no more road here, and now there's no way that they can use or they can pass there, Jamaican Uncle had decided to give DEE MWANGO his land, so-called land. I'm not sure that he owned anything there, but the so-called land, the so-called DEE MWANGO, Jamaican Uncle's land, has been taken by DEE MWANGO to make the road. And he was there, supervising and feeling so much sorry for DEE MWANGO what's happening there. And of course, his road has been, his land has been taken, right? And now I'm left to wonder or ask myself, did actually Jamaican Uncle think that neighbors will block the road, will close, and there's no way that DEE MWANGO will get to have place? And now Jamaican Uncle is there with the land that he doesn't own legally, or he doesn't have no papers to prove that he has land. And now he will be there with the land that we need the road. No. So what happened here is MARWA and DEE MWANGO took Jamaican Uncle to see the so-called road closed, or the closed road, right? So when Jamaican Uncle went there and when he saw the road that is closed, he decided that, oh man, this is bad, and I really think it's really, really, really bad. And what I'm gonna do, I have donated, I have given my road, my land to be used as a road. That on aside, I've seen that man coming out, and there was another young man who was coming out with a machete, asking what's popping here. And MARWA was there recording a video, threatening the man that he will use the video in the court of law, because of course the case is still in court. And so when Mr. Man, when the owner of the land that had decided to close that road came out, he asked what's happening here, what happened here. You remember the last meeting that happened? Actually, this land saga has been here for so long. And you remember the last meeting that happened there, when was that? There was a meeting that happened some days when DEE MWANGO and MARWA had run to Nairobi. In that meeting, the elders of that village, they sat down and they were asking Ondari some question. Ondari is MARWA's stepdaddy, or DEE MWANGO's father, let me say that. So when those villagers came out to have a meeting, they were asking DEE MWANGO's father that, is this a public road? Is this road on a map, on a public map? And all of them, all those people, they say, no, this is a private road, okay? This is just a private road. The owner of this land decided to just make a private road here, not like a private road, but a private footpath. And sometimes he may use it, maybe sometimes vehicles might pass there to bring him material or something of that sort, like a private thing is on a private property. And so when they sat down on that meeting, after taking the case to the court, they sat down and made a very good reaction of that, and I was interpreting to you what was happening there, what or those men were speaking about. And if you didn't watch that, you can go back and check it. And on that meeting, they were talking about, they were asking Ondari, what is this road that is bringing chaos here? Who owns it? And all of them said, actually, this is not a public road. This is a private road. And so why is it that is bringing a lot of chaos here? Why is it that people are fighting over this? Yet it's not a public road, it's just a private road. And from that meeting, looks like they didn't arrive to an agreement, because Ondaris wanted to use the road, as he was telling them that villagers are so dumb, they don't understand the importance or maybe the benefit of a road. And so they should let him and his children, rich kids, use their property or use their lands forever reason that he was presenting there. And so I'm looking at it, like I'm looking at all this matter, and all I can see is a man and his children try to force stuff to neighbors. I mean, we understand that a road actually is a development, and I support that. But now the idea of trying to force it on the neighbors, on our villagers, and today I had MARWA coming out and say, we are not villagers, you know. Him and his sister, they were saying that no villagers, and these villagers will understand what it means. You know, they will understand what it means to be a superstar, whatever that thing was. And they were filming a video, threatening the owner of the land that they will take that video to the court of law. And I want to remind MARWA that there is another video of him fighting Mogesi. What about that video, MARWA? All right, okay. When he was filming that video and telling the man, I would be taking this video to the court to go and present it as evidence, to go and show the judge that you've blocked the road. And he was like, see guys, this is a whole big road here, and this guy is closing it. You know, this guy is closing it. We'll meet in court. I'll take this video to court. And does MARWA know that there's a videos of him, you know, beating another young man called Mugesi there, together with Uncle Mo, I mean him and Uncle Mo. So what about those videos? Don't he think that those videos can be taken to court? And so, on a nutshell, have it on a summary. I'm just giving you a highlights before we get deep in it. On a nutshell, when these people are coming out, the owner of that land, because as I told you, there's a private land, the owner of that place decided to close it, all right? And so MARWA was here and trying to film a video and talk about it, what was happening here. And all they say is, these are haters. These are just haters, and haters. Whatever they are doing there is just pure hate. Ain't nothing important they are doing there. And because these villagers don't understand what it means to be, what it means to have roads, developments and stuff like that. That's why they acting like that. But I don't want to believe that that's the case. Sorry. Sorry, guys. Oh, I don't want to believe that that is the case, because for Maro to come and accuse this, or maybe force things to force this stuff or the road on neighbors instead of talking to them, because there was another neighbor that Maro said that he talked to her and told her the importance of the road and all that. Okay, he like lectured her or whatever he did, and that neighbor decided to donate 6 feet of her land, after being I thought she was being threatened that if you don't do this, then you're not going to use this road. If you don't give that land, then I'm not going to, if I see you using the other road, it's going to be a problem. And now that neighbor decided, okay, if that is how this thing is going to turn out, then no problem, check it. That is. But anyway, Jamaican uncle. Let me come a little bit closer. Jamaican uncle. I've never seen someone. I've never seen someone so miserable. Or, can I say even miserable? Sorry. Sometimes my mind come buffering because I'm using a hotspot and my backup. But you forgive me. Anyway, Jamaican uncle really thought that he owned anything in this village. And now, because Maro and his sister are having a problem with neighbors using the road, what they did is they took Jamaican uncle to that part and they showed him, hey, look, Jamaican uncle, because we can access the road and we don't have to fight the neighbors, we're going to use your land. And he was like, no problem, guys, no problem. Use the road. Use the road. I mean, no, use the land. Use the land. I feel so sorry because these neighbors are so slow. They don't understand. They don't. I was like, okay, Jamaican uncle. So anyway, guys, let me try to present some receipts here as we can get on it. All right. I'm hoping that this power will not disappoint me. I'm really hoping so. Not like power, like this is my backup that I'm using. So okay. I'll play this. I'm hoping that it won't have problems. If we have, I will have to just speak, okay? But forgive. Okay. Let's do it.
What? Yes. Oh. They are pushing so that we have a problem with that neighbor. Yeah. But it's only today. Yeah. Only today. The title of the video.
All right. So right there is you see, it's still DEE MWANGO is still bringing in materials for her construction, okay? And she is still trying to construct what she called the Empress Drive, her road. And this road has to pass on neighbors' private lands or private lands, okay? But what I thought is, if these people wanted to do this, because this is development, and I really support that. But now forcing on neighbors to see what they're trying to do without talking to them, I really think that is now where they go wrong. Because okay, she's doing her project, which is her own benefit. It doesn't benefit neighbors. So don't force neighbors to accept that you, because you're doing something, building a community, they should accept you to do all that nonsense. No. So I'm looking at it. I'm looking at all this, and even that uncle. It is the same uncle, It is the same uncle who Maro and GOON attacked the other day. The videos are still there. You can go check it. It's the same uncle that decided now to close his road, and because he did so, Maro and DEE MWANGO came to film a video here and explain what they were trying to tell subscribers to see. I'm trying to play here some receipt. Just bear with me in a bit. All right, me play.
Only today. Look, this is a road. It comes all the way, guys. All the way. Look.
You know, one thing that Mario is trying to do is he's trying to tell subscriber or maybe show or bring this image like this is a public road, and because it's wide, that is not an issue. It's wide. It's wide. It runs from up to down. That is it. But it's not a public road. That is on a private property. So the owner of that place can decide to close it or open it whenever he wants to. So I don't really think that is necessary to maybe say it is, I mean, this man is not exposed. That's why he's doing all that. And maybe according to Marwa and his subscribers, they're jealous. Okay, these people are jealous of DEE MWANGO's whatever. How do you call them? Development, right? So see, guys, all this is a road, and because he's closing, we're gonna have a problem with recording a video and taking to court, and blah 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 stuff like that. But whatever.
Look, this is a whole road. Everybody passes here, and then they come and.
So you can see that the owner of the land decided to, you know, squeeze it, not like squeeze it or try to close that place because okay. These roads that are being used in this village, it's not like they were mapped. They are not on a public space. They're not mapped. And so if now you're trying, I really believe that this is development, yes. But if you talk to these neighbors and at least get their permission, just like on the other meeting, if you actually go back to the meeting that I played the other time, all these neighbors, they came together and all they could say, they were saying is, you know, it's not like we don't want what you guys are doing. It's not like we are jealous of what you guys are doing. The problem is, why can't you talk to the owners of these places? Why can't you calm down and at least let me know that you're going to use my place or my private land as your road? So at least I can give you that permission. You know, it doesn't cost. I'm sure they will do that. But now, why are you trying to force it? You know? Why are you trying to force it and taking, you know, we can see that this whole thing, and one thing you have to understand, that matters to do with lands, especially in Kenya, are really sensitive, and in a way or the other, you may find someone is losing the life, which is the last thing I will want to see. But anyway, you've seen how people are fighting in the village and all that. Now Maru is showing you that, look, this is why they've closed the road, look. But this is not a public road. This is a private place that they, just like on Mama Ann. The other time, if Mama Ann did not stand still or didn't stand strong and straight, and maybe say she doesn't want all that happening in her place, they will still be using her private land. Actually, that is the road was passing in the middle of her compound, and she had to, you know, block it and erect an what we call it, a wall, yeah? She had to do that. If she didn't do that, if she didn't block that road, it will still be used up to date. And even Maro made a video of the same, like not just one, like a lot of videos. He made videos of the same, saying that Mama Ann is blocking the road. She doesn't want development, until she had to stand strong and you know, reject all that. But now there is this man here, there is this there's this old man in the village that Maro and GOON attacked the other day. Still, they have a problem, even though the case is still in court. But you can see what is happening here.
Block here. Imagine. Moi uangalie kijana anakuja na panga.
Maro speaking in Swahili, telling Uncle Mo, or GOON Mo, uangalie huyo kijana anakuja na panga. That's to mean, Maro is telling Uncle Mo, look at that young man that is coming. He's coming with a machete. So Ali literally alerting Uncle Mo to be on standby, or maybe to be alert, because there was a young man that was dropping or was coming by holding a machete. So just in case this young man start attacking and stuff, GOON Mo will be there to do what he does best. Mo, angalia huyo kijana anakuja na panga. Right? GOON Mo, look at that young man that is coming. He has a machete. So in case he come and try to attack, GOON Mo, you know your job, don't you?
Then they come and block here. Imagine. Moi uangalie kijana anakuja na panga. Look.
So Gunmo, being alerted that there is a young man who's coming with a machete, he was very much on a standby or whatever, on a on alert. And the young man came, and you'll see him. And so Maru is trying to show you where this road has been blocked. But the problem with Maru is he doesn't explain why that place is being closed. He doesn't explain that that road is not a public place. He doesn't explain that the owner of this land can decide to close and open whenever he wants because this is his private land. And so remember that this is the same guy that Maro and Gunmo were attacking the other day. The same Mogesi or Ernesto, yeah, Mogesi uncle. You know, but I don't know. This whole thing is just a messy situation, and you can. I'm not praying to that. I'm not praying about that. But if they're not careful, someone is going to get hurt. Like seriously get hurt, because you can't really keep forcing on someone. Imagine the owner of this land is coming out. You know, he has fenced his land, and Marwa coming here to film videos, and actually they were trying. Marwa tried to interrogate him, kind of provoke him or something, because he was asking him some questions. So he decided to close the road, and he's there. So maybe because he has a camera holding, and that's why he was saying he can do nothing because he fears cameras. You can see he know that we are recording, so he cannot attack. If he try, then he will know that we'll have an evidence put on camera. He has his face on camera, so he cannot attack. So that so the man looked at them and maybe went back to the house, but he promised that now, because you guys are being too much, I will block the whole place. He had blocked a section of it, you can see on the screen, but he promised that he will close the whole of it. Miss is saying that is pettiness. You know, he can decide to close the road but still use the other stitch. What a joker. I mean, okay, I understand that even the owner of this land has his own problems, but we shouldn't forget that this is not a public road, okay? And the approach that DEE MWANGO and MARWA are using is absolutely garbage. And I can say that is a very stupid approach, because why would you want to force neighbors? Why would you want to force to use their land without talking to them? In the meeting that they had at the previous time, when MARWA and DEE MWANGO had run to Nairobi, the villagers were asking Ondari, that is DEE MWANGO's father, they were asking him, if you really wanted to use this road, or your children wanted to use the road, why could you come down and talk to us? I mean, we will agree, but now you want to force it. Who said? I mean, someone is going to lose a life here. What, I mean, if you think there is he is being petty, but just look at how Maro and DEE MWANGO and Gunmo are provoking him. That is his gate. You can see on your camera, not your camera, on your screen. That is his gate, his home gate, his private gate. And he decided to do that. And they still come to his home with cameras, film him, interrogate him, ask him some stupid questions, ask him all those stupid questions and nonsensical questions, so that at least he can act, or maybe he can act stupid, so that they can have a camera, something captured, a footage captured in their camera. As they were saying, they will take that footage to the court. I mean, that is too provocative, you know.
Look, they put here, and the road keeps going on. The road keeps going on.
The road keeps going on.
Hey.
From up.
Let's see what this guy with the machete is. He's been the guy, one of the.
So there was a young man that was coming by with a machete, and now Gunmo was told to be alert in case this young man with a machete want to attack. And you know, the reason why I'm telling you that this thing is going to bring a lot of problem here. What if that young man who was coming with a machete had an intention of attacking? Don't you think that something crazy might have happened there, or could have happened there? That's what I'm saying. As long as they're making this as content, or maybe they're making it and people are like, oh, these villagers are jealous and stuff like that. When one day someone will get badly hurt, remember, those people won't be there, because this is and this village operates differently from what people are saying. Yeah, I've heard Maro saying that he's going to call a public surveyor, and he will come and force and say from here to there it should be a road and no questions asked. That's what he's trying to say. That he will get someone, call a public surveyor, come and impose or force, create a road here. Anyway, let me play this.
The guy who has been arrested. Guys, can you imagine? They put something here, right in the middle of the road.
Yeah, they closed the road, just like Mama Ann did. If you guys don't remember, there was the same incident that happened here at Mama Ann's place. And that road was actually passing in the middle of her compound. And she decided to close it. It brought a lot of chaos. If you go to Marwa's channel and search such a video, you'll find it. And she was saying that they are closing the road or they're so jealous. And when Maru is coming out here to say that, look, guys, what he's doing, he's closing the road, and this is at the middle of the road. One thing he doesn't explain to subscribers is this is not a public road. This is a private land that they've been using as footpath or maybe just for their private issues. But now because DEE MWANGO and Maru, they're constructing, which is a very good thing, and they will be using the road, at least they should have talked to the owners. This is the same uncle that you saw Marwa and GOON attacking the other day. The same. If you forgot what I'm talking about, you can go back to my videos. You can check the same. The similar incident that happened when GOON and these other GOON and Marwa were attacking that uncle. So it's the same uncle. And just remember that it's the same uncle again with with his family. They were all arrested and they spent like 2 nights behind bars. All right. So all that humiliation, and still Maro comes and threaten him and say, I'm filming a video which I'm going to take to the court. And now standing there and being questioned like, bro, this is a private property. So if you want to use it, at least talk to them. You can't force it.
Yeah. Imagine guys. Mzee, habari yako? Uliamua uweke katikati hapa.
All right, so the man came here. That is the man. You can see him coming from the gate, and so he was coming here to see what's happening here because, yes, he closed his road. That is his private property. He decided to do what he has to do, and now he had people speaking outside there in the gate, and they were making a lot of crazy comments there. So he decided to come and see what they are talking about. So when he came, you can see Maro trying to, interrogate him, film him, and asking him some stupid question. Hey, Mzee is old man. So you decided to close the road, right? DEE MWANGO laughing from the background. So do you really think that is the right approach? I mean, if that is if the man is doing an illegal thing, why don't you take him to the court? I mean, why don't you take him to authorities? Coming to filming and like provoke him is going to cause a lot of problems here. And just like he said, someone is going to get hurt like really, really bad. And so Mzee, the old man, is coming from his gate, not asking him. So young Mzee, old man, you decided to close the road. Not like you decided to close your own property. No. So you decided to close the road.
Imagine guys. Mzee, habari yako?
So the other young man who had a machete is passing there, and the Mzee is here. The Mzee is the same uncle. You can see him with the same pink shirt. Is it pink or purple? Men are colorblind. I can't know. So, as you can see, he decided to close, but not the entire road. He closed partially. But now neighbors or villagers can use that part because it's just a footpath. And they can use it. Yeah, I agree with you. Junior say, gives the landowner gave permission to use a footpath, not heavy-duty vehicles to travel and to and from his land. The landowner has finally say. Of course, I mean, look at it. You can see, it's not like he closed the whole thing. Look at, check this. It's not like he closed the whole thing. He left a section there. You can see he left a section here that people can use as footpath. And that is exactly where, So The man came out and this guy was asking him, hey, so yeah, old man, you decided to close the road.
Uliamua uweke katikati hapa.
So they're asking him, you decided to put it in the middle here. You decided to close it and put it there. Umeamua is to decide. Kuamua, okay? Kuamua, decide. So old man, mzee, old man, you decided to close the road in the middle here. I mean, you decided to put these barriers in the middle of the road. I mean, that man is trying to maintain his cool because he knows that these people are trying to provoke him. And what he's doing is he's trying to protect his private property. The other time he was beaten because of the same. MARWA and the same GOON were attacking this man and Mogesi the other time. You saw the video. And now they're trying to provoke him again. Eh? So, old man, what happened here?
Hey, me, I'm asking. But I'm just asking because he's the one who fixed it here. Hey.
All right. He's the one who fixed it, but if he fixed that on his private property, you know, so I don't understand what MARWA is trying to say, you know.
Imagine. But we still do our thing. Haya mzee. Mungu akusaidie.
Haya mzee. Mungu akusaidie. He's saying, all right, man. All right, old man. May God help you. Yeah, okay. It's like he has done a very silly thing there, closing his private. See, even in that meeting, this man, the same uncle, was asking MARWA's stepdaddy, that is Machete man. He was asking him, when neighbors live together, don't they talk? They do. So if you really, or your children wanted to construct something there, or maybe building their houses, how hard was it for you guys to come down and talk to us, ask us maybe, hey, I want to use this place to transport my materials and this and that, so that we can talk and see how we can do it. If not this place, we can use another place again. But because these people forced it, and that's why it is what it is. But anyway, the hope is not lost because we still have some lands here that they have authority or they have a say on. I'm talking about Githiriba's land, you know, and there is Jamaican Uncle's land, and there is another one, the Murimi's land. So because Jamaican Uncle and Githiriba are now the lawyers of MARWA, and maybe using Githiriba's place may cause a lot of friction again because recently his fence was pulled down. If they try to force a road on Githiriba's land again this time around, it may bring chaos. So Jamaican Uncle has decided to step in and give his land, his so-called land, that legally is owned by the Machete man or the MARWAs. He has decided to give it to these people because, okay, it's crazy. No, let me play this.
Let's go, Uncle Mo. So, guys.
It's shocked there's nothing that has been destroyed.
No, nothing. Nothing. Nothing.
His private property, but still uses the other stretch that is on the other people's land. That is, you have to understand this is a big family, okay? This is an extended family. This is an extended family that they have, like I can say sons, right? Sons or men of that family, they own those lands, right? So if he used his brother's land, is to mean that his brothers have accepted it, okay? The family, the brothers, or maybe those other neighbors, they have agreed to use each other's place as whatever footpath or whatever. But now, MARWA, who claims not to be a villager, him and DEE MWANGO, they were claiming that we are not villagers, we are not villagers. Yes, they come here, they try to force this road on this man. I mean, it was so simple. Come and talk to him. That's actually what he was saying. Why don't talk to him? And even you can hear, before he came out, they were there making noise, filming that place and uttering those kind of nonsensical things. When he came out, when he showed up, MARWA was asking him some stupid questions so that maybe he may act badly or maybe answer him. He didn't answer. He didn't say a lot of things. He looked at them and they had to walk away. He went back to his home. And again, they came back with Jamaican Uncle to see what? To see how the road has been blocked and all that. So that at least Jamaican Uncle can feel it and say, okay, I'm giving you my land, which he did. So Maro calling this other man old man, I don't know. He can say age mate. Maro, why are you calling the other man old man? Are you young? You are Gen Z? Anyway, that one aside.
If he wants to block them, let him block you.
So the man is still there on his place. He's saying, now because you guys are still forcing on it, I'm going now to close the entire place because I said I left the small portion here so that villagers can use it. But because MARWA and DEE MWANGO are still using it and they're forcing it and they're coming here with cameras and they're threatening. Because of course, initially the intent of MARWA and DEE MWANGO was to come and film here with a video or the camera. In case this man acts stupidly, they have an evidence, a footage to take to court. That's what he was saying, that we will take this video to court. I don't know if MARWA knows that the same man with his son Mogesi, they have a footage of them fighting. So what about that? Anyway, Mr. Man said, okay, go ahead. I will close the entire place.
He says he wants to block up to there. Hey.
So he said, because you guys are forcing it, I'm going to close the entire place. And he went back to his house. That is his case. And he decided, oh, because you guys are forcing, now I'm going to extend this whole thing. You can, I don't know if you can say it. I'm going to extend this whole place because he blocked partially, partially. So I'm going to extend the whole thing. And now, DEE MWANGO and what is this? Am I frozen? Sorry guys, my internet is a little bit acting up because I'm using my backup. There's no power, there is no electricity, so you'll forgive me if you hear some inconveniences. So the man walks back, go back, and the drama continues. So you hear Maro is threatening the man because the man was there. You can see him from the gate. And now Maro is filming him and telling him, old man, I will take this video or I'll take this footage to the court and show them how you blocked the road. All right, so old man, look, this video, I'm going to take it to the court and show them what you've done. I hope that they will explain to the judge or to the judges and tell them that this is a private property, and yes, we were forcing it and all that. But because all he's trying to do is convince his subscribers that the Mwangos, that these neighbors are just jealous. They're doing all this, blocking a public road or whatever, because they don't mention something to do with a private thing. It's just a road, just a road. Anyway, I had highlighted a comment from Mudoni or whatever. Sorry, I wanted to read it, but I couldn't, All right. Anyway, let me play it.
Hey, nobody. He says he wants to increase. Hey.
I really think that is so disrespectful for Uncle Mo, MARWA, and DEE MWANGO going there to provoke that man in his house, in his home, his private property, and are laughing at him, provoking, filming him actually without his consent, and threatening to take the videos or whatever to the court. I don't know. What do you make out of this? Because I think that is so provocative. The man is in his home, in his private place. They're here with cameras and they're still talking to him as if, no, he decided to walk in. He decided to go back to his house and left. So look at DEE MWANGO, look at Uncle Mo, and look at how MARWA they're acting. And remember, this is his compound. This is his private property.
Like I'm saying, we will go to court with this video.
Yeah.
Hey, my friend.
All right. And actually, Uncle Mo was there saying, let him close. If he blocks the whole place, then we will block from the other side, and we will see what he will do. Okay. If he dares to block this other place, then we will see what we will do to him. Threats.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, my friend.
Now he says he needs to come and block him here.
Let him block.
Right, so he's saying, oh, now he's saying he's come to block until this place. We'll see what we'll do. We will see what we'll do. And DEE MWANGO and her annoying and boring laughter over there. I hope this man can come out and, But anyway, the case is still in the court. And so all these people are trying to do is they're trying to get this man acting stupid so that they can have something on him or against him. But he tried to maintain his cool. Remember the other incident that I'm trying to remind you about this video every time. Should I actually play it? Maybe I will. Maybe I will play it. It's the same uncle. It's the same guy that they were trying to fight, or they fought the other day. The same uncle. So they told him they would take the videos to the court.
Let him block. But we will go in court.
So Uncle Mo saying, if he dare blocks this other part, we'll block him on the other side. And Maro said, no need for that. We'll meet in court. All right. So right now, because now this man did not act stupidly like they expected, so that they can have something on him, they're saying now they will meet him in court, do whatever they will be doing. I don't know what they want to be doing. No. I don't think it's cool to go and bully a man in his own private property. If you really think that he's doing a wrong thing, then take him to court, or may take him to the authorities. If the authorities look at this, remember this thing is still in the court of law, so it's not even yet decided. So why would they wait for the law to take its course? If the judges or whatever, this authority, they will see that indeed the MARWA, maybe the neighbors are doing the wrong thing, then they will have them arrested or whatever they will decide. But this whole thing is just to provoke the man or provoke the villagers, have whatever they can do. And yeah, if he acts stupid, have something on him. But one thing I know for sure is, if these neighbors don't stand tall or don't stand strong for their own things, this intimidation will continue for that longer, because they feel like whatever they are doing is for the entire community, building Africa. Because you understand, yeah, building Africa. So if this man does not see that we are building Africa, whatever. Anyway, let me finish with this, then I talk about how Jamaican uncle decided to chip in and give his land, because of course the man is blocking the road or blocking his own place. And so we only have one option or two, but now there is another good option, because Jamaican uncle is here and he still wants to be in the villa. At this moment, I don't know what to make out of Jamaican uncle. I don't know how to even describe Jamaican uncle. So Jamaican uncle donated his land. Can I even say his land? The so-called his land that he was given in exchange for the $10,000 or whatever, how much he did. He spent on MARWA solar panels. So he said, you can use my land. It's very bad.
Well, imagine the road goes, guys. Look, the road goes. It's not like we are stepping on somebody's land. And this road keeps going. Look, even where the other man is coming.
Even if the road is going the way Maru is saying, it's still not a public road. It's still not on a public gazette. It's still a private property. And if the owner decided to shut it down even today, he will do that without even consulting or whatever. So don't make it look like the man or the owner is insane. No.
Hey, actually, that is the only man who uses common sense here. He even
do you hear such kind of statement coming from Maru? They're saying the only man in the entire village that uses common sense is the man who decided to give his land, his 6 inch or 6 feet of his land, to be used as road. But these other people, these other men in the village that don't use common sense. This man is the only man in the village who uses common sense. All right.
Where the other man is coming from. Hey, actually, that is the only man who uses common sense here. He even gave us his avocado.
All right, because he gave you his avocado, he decided to give his land to you guys. He's the only man who uses common sense. Anyone else who does not want you to, or oppress them, step on them and stuff like that, does not use common sense. All right? Okay. I don't know. I think people should people should start using common sense. Give their land,
Yeah.
You hear that? We will take people to court. We will take people to court. We are not villagers, okay? We we are not villagers. We are just our Wazungu came from abroad the other day, and so we'll take these villagers to court. Let me rewind this.
Yeah, we take people to court, my friend. We are not villagers. Guys, we are not villagers.
Wow. I thought they're villagers. They're living in the village. What does it mean to be a villager? Oh, man. Before I embarrass myself, because I don't know what it means sometimes. I don't want to act like I know stuff. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. What does it mean to be a villager? What does it mean? Because MARWA and DEE MWANGO, they're claiming not to be villagers. So they will take these villagers to court. I don't know. I thought they were villagers, man. I mean, that's what I thought. I thought they were villagers. But now it turns out that they are not villagers. Okay, I don't know, man. What are villagers? Please let me know in the comment section. What do you know about villagers?
We are not villagers.
Yeah, you just laugh.
You just laugh.
You just laugh and keep moving.
Yeah, you just laugh.
But you can imagine. Who fixed this road? It's me who fixed.
We are not villagers. Hey, okay. You're not villagers, you guys. But there is something here about Jamaican uncle. All right? There's something here about Jamaican uncle or Jamaican daddy. So there was Jamaican uncle here who decided to give his place sorry, sometimes I can see over the screen. Just give me a second. Just give me a moment. Give me a moment.
A whole time, 5,000.
Imagine.
He will be eating 4 mandazis a day.
4 mandazis.
All right. So here goes another scam. So because the neighbor decided to close his road, now Jamaican uncle.
Uncle is coming. Let uncle come. He's there. So guys, we are making a road here. Your dad is rich. He'll buy a new one.
Camera if you bust my camera.
Don't bust. Behave, Method.
My camera.
Wealth here.
Yeah.
That he will. Guys,
Buy a toy GoPro for me to.
I'm with Jamaican uncle. Uncle, what is happening here? Maybe you can.
All right. So Jamaican uncle, because he was there, he had to appear on video so that people will not say, why did you guys invade in Jamaican uncle's land without his consent? So he decided to be on the video and act like he was the one who was giving permission for MARWA and DEE MWANGO to use his land for the road. You can see now they're digging, they're cutting trees, they're getting in there and planting sisals because neighbors are becoming a problem. So uncle, tell people what is happening here. Maybe someone may say, what is happening? Maybe you can come closer. What is happening?
Guys,
Buy a toy GoPro for me to.
I'm with Jamaican uncle. Uncle, what is happening here? Maybe you can come close, uncle.
Yeah.
See that we have to make addition over here.
A road. We are creating a road.
JC, I ask you all a question that what does a villager mean? Because I don't understand. MARWA and DEE MWANGO are living in the village, but they're telling these neighbors that we are not villagers. So who are they? I don't understand. Is it being a villager? Is that not mean like that you live in the village? Or what does it mean? A villager is someone illiterate, someone who did not go to school, who has not traveled from the village to Colombia, I don't know. Please enlighten me, guys. I may act like I know, but I don't know. So, what does a villager mean? JC, please explain to me like a kindergarten kid. Tell me what a villager means. Anyway, as you're explaining to me, here comes Jamaican uncle, all right? Here comes Jamaican uncle now telling you what is happening, why they're getting to his land. You can see they're pulling down his fence. They're constructing a road in his land now.
In a road.
Yes.
But if this the corner of my fence,
Yes.
stay where it is.
Yes.
Then the people won't be able to turn.
To turn here.
So,
All right. So uncle is saying you can see they're digging into my fence. They're squeezing it a little bit because we want to create a road here, and the truck will be turning here. Oh, you know, I knew very well. Actually, it was my prediction that if not Jamaican uncle's land will be used, then it will be Giti River because that is the closest place. If not Giti River, then the remaining land of the other drunk boy called Murimi would be used. But now here comes another old man called Jamaican uncle who thinks he had a choice, but now thinks that he's the one who's giving consent. You can squeeze my gate, you can squeeze my fence and use the land as a road because these people are so behind. They're dumb, they're foolish. They don't understand development. Me as a Jamaican American, I've given my land for you guys to use it. All right,
Yes.
Juju. All right,
People
Juju.
won't be able to turn.
To turn here.
So
Yes.
we have to don't have to have this,
Corner. Yeah, like this.
corner.
Yeah.
I think I have to turn like
All right,
Yeah.
Juju. So right there, sorry guys, I'll have to put like this, and I'll have to. Okay, give me a minute. Let me disable my camera. There is something I'm trying to do. In the meantime, like the video. This is so much disappointing. I know this is a little bit disappointing, but just let me know if you can still hear me. Because, well, okay. Just a minute. Can you hear me, guys? All right. Oh. Okay, sorry. This thing is really giving a lot of headache. Hey, live stream, yeah, live stream. And so let's go on. Let me play here this receipt. Let me forget about camera for a moment and play a receipt for you. Hey. Okay. I was talking about Jamaican uncle before my camera started acting up. Okay. Let me play this.
Guys, it's very unfortunate, but we have to do what we have to do. Because if we don't do this, guys, we have no other option because the neighbors here are willing to kill.
All right. I don't know who those neighbors are that Maro is saying that the neighbors here are willing to, definitely, maybe basically that is the uncle. The other uncle that said, no, don't use my land. So that is the neighbor that Maro is saying. He is willing to unleave someone because of the road, which I think is that's not appropriate to say that, because for him, for real, he's trying to protect his personal private road. But now, according to Mara, he said the neighbors there are willing to unleave someone because of the road. And so, yeah, I mean, okay. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. All right, I'm back. Hey, I've never had such a rough moment in my life like today because of this power. I know my backup should come here and act up a little bit, then go. But we have to do this regardless. Let me open my camera. I know you guys want to see me. Where are you, JT? I'm here. I'm right here.
For an inch of road.
We don't need that.
So this is Jamaican uncle's land, and we've spoken already with this neighbor. We told him one thing, uncle.
All right, so Jamaican uncle has decided to give his land to be used for the road. And there is another neighbor here that MARWA and DEE MWANGO went to, and they told that neighbor, or kind of, let me say, they threatened that neighbor, told her that if you don't give 6 feet of your land to be used as road, you're going to have a problem with us. And so because Jamaican uncle had already agreed to that, so we moved to another neighbor.
Because the neighbors here, we have to do. Because if we don't do this, guys, we have no other option, because the neighbors here are willing to kill for an inch of road.
We don't need that.
I mean, even if it's an inch or a quarter an inch of a road, you don't just come to someone's land because you just feel like so. You have to ask permission or something. I mean, at least engage neighbors, engage their owners, all right? So MARWA coming out and say that the owners of those land are willing to kill because of that. That is how people does. I mean, you protect your property. You want to tell me that if today someone comes and invade in MARWA's compound, or maybe take an inch of his property, you can see the whole of his compound, I don't know how many acres are those, he decided to put erect a wall fence around that because he didn't want to deal with neighbors. He didn't want to deal with villagers. But for them, okay, an inch of their land is nothing, 6 feet of their land is nothing. And so he's saying they're willing to kill. They're willing to kill for the land. I mean, what do you expect? A very simple question. What do you expect? If neighbors are not willing for the land to be used, then are you going to force them? No, because those are private property. If they're not willing to let you use that, then agree to that. I mean, either talk to them or buy, because MARWA say they're buying. So it's gone.
So this is Jamaican uncle's land, and we've spoken already with this neighbor. We told him one thing, uncle. You can give us.
All right, I want you to listen to that. That was the condition that the MARWA gave the neighbor, right? It wasn't like a talk. When MARWA said that I talked to the neighbor and he agreed, I laughed because that wasn't a talk, that was a threat. So they went to the neighbor, they threatened that neighbor that if you don't do ABC, this kind of condition that we're giving you, then that's to mean you're going to have a problem with us, or you're going to have a problem overall. And that's why the neighbor decided to let them do whatever they want to do. So neighbor, are you willing to do that? Or we should go the other road, or we should use the other approach? And the neighbor was like, okay. I bet that was a female neighbor, right? A woman, probably an elder woman. And she was like, okay, me, I don't want no problem with you guys. So you can just use it, right? You can just use the road. I have no problem because I don't want problems with you. So that's why MARWA said that the neighbor agreed. Let me play this receipt for you.
Part of your land, so that you can enjoy this new road. Exactly. But if you refuse, we don't want to see you using that road coming here.
That's fair enough.
Now you will deal with.
You hear that? So the neighbor was threatened and was told, if you don't cooperate, if you don't agree with our terms, then we'll never want to see you using this other road or doing all that. That wasn't a talk. That was a threat. How do you categorize such a thing like a talk? Like we talked to the neighbor and he agreed, or she agreed. No, they threatened that neighbor. They threatened that neighbor and he agreed, or she agreed to MARWA's BS.
With over there. Exactly. The guy had like that. He said, I am ready to give. So
you heard that? So that is MARWA is saying, he's like taking credit or maybe beating his chest and say, we threatened him, and when he had like that, he said, "Oh, take it, take it." Is that how? I mean, okay, you guys were, when you're watching this, you think, "Oh, this is a corner or whatever," or maybe these people are jealous. But is that the right approach that you should tell someone to give their land? Imagine 6 feet of his land across, but the condition was, if you don't agree with this, then we'll have a problem with you. And the neighbor was like, "Okay, I want to do that. You guys, I don't have a problem with you. You can take it."
Can enjoy this new road.
Exactly.
But if you refuse,
Yes.
we don't want to see you using that road coming here.
That's fair enough.
Now you will deal with
Over there.
over there.
Exactly.
So when the guy had like that,
Guy had like that. He said, "I am ready to
I'm
give."
ready to give.
So he gave us 6 feet.
Okay.
Yes, 6 feet. So all this.
all right. So the neighbor, after hearing those kind of threats that, "Oh, if you don't do this, we will do this. If you don't do that, if you don't cooperate, we'll go the other way, we'll do that and that and that." The neighbor was like, "Oh my God, I don't have a problem with you guys. So if you want to take the land, just do it. I don't want to deal with this. I don't want to have problems." Okay, that's Maro saying. It's not me. Like he said, when the neighbor heard that, he said, "Take the land." Jamaican uncle already have given the land. It's now being used as a as road. His fence is being pulled down. He spent some money in doing this fence, erecting this fence, and now right now he's watching it, supervising it, being pulled down. This foolish Jamaican uncle. Supervising his own fence being pulled down because building Africa, we are building the community, of course. Who doesn't want community to be built? No. All right.
Area. Yeah, 12. 12 is enough.
Thank you. Half of them.
Yes. So, Uncle, the only thing we are doing in this corner is we are a little bit going down
Yes.
to create a corner.
Yeah, make
Juju. Juju is okay. Jamaican uncle is really okay. And so you go. I want you to look at that. You can see Jamaican uncle Lance is there, and he's the one who is giving consent, or maybe can say they had a talk behind camera, just like the other neighbor. Because if Namaro says that the neighbor was threatened, they told the neighbor, probably a lady, that if she doesn't cooperate, she's gonna have a problem with them. So she decided to give the land, 6 feet of the land. And so I guess that is the same thing that happens to Jamaican uncle. If you don't do that, then you get out of the villa right now. Jamaican uncle, yeah. Someone called Sharon here saying Jamaican uncle had no land to begin with. I agree with you. I agree. Jamaican uncle didn't have no land to begin with, but there is this land that is called or is said to be his land, which is Marwa's or Ndari's land. So you see, he has started investing in this land, but I think right now Jamaican uncle is not that much. He doesn't understand everything. Right now he knows, and I guess that is why he's so reluctant in investing or maybe starting to build or bring construction material here. You think if he wanted to do that, he would have done it. I guess for him to still reluct or maybe delay in building in his land is because maybe he knows deep down he doesn't own it. And if he do that, he's going to be kicked out and he will have nothing. So I guess that is why, All right.
A curve corner.
A curve. Otherwise, the
Okay,
tipper cannot
Yeah.
turn.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's what you're doing right now. Yeah.
Imagine, Uncle, every day we wake up, we are making roads, we are doing this.
Yeah.
So that is, trying to bait Jamaican uncle to feel like, oh, feel empathy, feel emotional, whatever. Imagine Jamaican uncle every day we wake up, we do this, we do that, we do that, and that, and that. And so, oh my God, these neighbors are too much. And for him to maintain, for him to still be accommodated in the villa, he has to say, yeah, it's okay. But I don't want to believe that seriously. Jamaican uncle does not understand that he cannot own land here. And even this land that they call his land is not legally his. He's just here because I mean, I really think that he understands everything. If he didn't, then I would have seen him starting constructing. Because I remember when he started fencing his land, or this land, it was a long time ago. So if he really wanted to construct his house here or whatever, because that was the target, that get Jamaican uncle start constructing and all that. So by the time he finished, he'd be kicked out with nothing. So he was smart. All he's doing is here trying to grow his channel and, talk to the likes of Dorina and whoever. Get some village benefits. And from there, maybe he go back home. Because I don't know, I've never seen his family. So definitely, maybe he has or he doesn't. I don't know. So, Juju, said, no, it's okay. You guys take the road, take the land, do whatever you want to do. Okay, I don't have no problem with you.
It's a struggle over struggle.
Yes.
And then these roads, the people who are against them.
Anyway, there is this part that let me play this for you guys. Just give me a minute. Today I'm operating this system manually because there's no power. I'm using hotspot and I'm using power backup. So that's why I delayed from the time I had scheduled. So forgive me, guys. I'm gonna make this short and clear and short and sweet. You know, short and sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna make this short and sweet so that we can hear what is happening here.
Commandez dès maintenant.
Whatever is that? What is that? Anyway.
So see, this land belongs to my dad. He has given out all this part here, all the way up.
All right. Ondari has given another place there. So the question is, if Ondari had a land, okay, if Masheteman had a land that he could give MARWA and DEE MWANGO to use, why were they bothering neighbors? Why all this drama if if Masheteman, MARWA's father, had a land that he could give these people or his children to use, why are they still bothering other neighbors? Why can't they use their lands? Because it's still connecting to the same place that they're building. Why were they bothering other neighbors? You know? So Ondari has land, but he couldn't want people to use it. So they wanted to use neighbors' places or villagers, let me say, villagers according to them. But until they said no, so Ondari said, okay, I have land here, so you guys can use it.
This neighbor gave a little, but we will deal with him.
There was another neighbor there who gave a little land, but MARWA promised to deal with the neighbor. Who will deal with him?
As everything goes.
All right?
So what happened? The house will be up here. Then I want to see anybody when they come in, so the gate would like to be.
Yeah, we can even have same gates there.
Yes, that's what I would do.
And Juju is there. Right there you can see they're trying to pull down Jamaican uncle's fence so they can create a road to DEE MWANGO.
Like,
Yeah, down there.
That they come behind.
No.
Like this,
No.
Put a wall.
Yeah.
Yeah. Put a wall there. Yes, yes.
Sister, your gate is down.
Yeah.
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 Again, we talk to you, remember?
Yeah.
Again, I'm reading comments, including those who are watching from the bush and including those who are commenting from the other team. One thing is I see all your comments, and some of your comments don't really bother me, even though I understand that you don't have to agree with me on whatever. You argue the way you want to argue, but one thing is for sure, that this approach is not okay. Whatever these people are doing is completely wrong, and you should call BS for what it is. We should call BS for what it is. But now,
that one is.
Yeah.
It's called Intel.
Yeah.
Uncle, this will also help you, given that there is no access from
exactly.
up. Even if you buy a private car, to come to Uncle Mo.
Right.
Sure.
Right away.
But again, as I told you.
So Jamaican uncle really listened to MARWA talking to him as if he's just a little stupid boy that, Jamaican uncle, we are doing this, even if now, just like he was telling Gitiriba, one day you'll want to buy a beautiful car and marry a beautiful wife. You'll want to enjoy this. So Jamaican uncle being sold the same thing. So Jamaican uncle, you know, even you'll be using this, and you can dropping here when you have a car. You can go chua. You can go chua. Yeah, Jamaican uncle. That's it, Jamaican uncle. You can go chua. Is that also? And he's there. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'll be going chua. Juju. Juju, are you okay? Let me give a very special thanks to EBB's, my channel member and my very good supporter here. Thank you for that super slap you say. For your diehard code it is, nothing stops you. Of course, I have to show up, you know. Even if there's no electricity, as you can see, I'm in my dark corner and I'm using my mobile hotspot and I'm using my backup. Wow, yeah. I have to show up and talk about what is happening. But anyway, thank you so much. That really goes a long way. And you guys, please like the video for me. Okay, that's a real good support. It goes a long way. Hey, Juju.
In 2 months, these all lands, there is a public survey.
No. Come back a little bit.
It's called Intel.
Yeah.
Uncle, this will also help you, given that there is no access from
Exactly.
Uncle, this will also help you, given that there's no access from the app.
Even if you buy a private car,
Yes.
you come to Uncle Mo.
Right.
chua.
Right away.
But again, as I told you, in 2 months, these all lands, there is a public survey.
There's a good comment here I'm seeing. JT thanks. We will deal with him is a hostile language. He speaks Swahili so that his subscribers do not understand the extent of the conflict and hostility. I appreciate your translation. That's why I'm here for you. All right. So when Maro says that this other neighbor gave a little of his land, but we will deal with him, you know, now you understand what it means. Ondari has given a portion of the land. Jamaican uncle forced to give land, and now this other neighbor who does not want to give the land, they will deal with him. They will deal with him perpendicularly in Gintu's voice. And so that's it. And when he's going to buy a private car, and now that is luring Jamaican uncle to see if he can start his project there, build a house, buy a private car, and start living there because his age is growing. I mean, it's common sense that Jamaican uncle is growing old, and maybe one of these days he's not going to be in Africa anymore, so he can go back to his home, or maybe will go back to his creator, and who will be owning all those stuff that they're telling Jamaican uncle to do. I guess that is why he's still holding. He's still not investing in that they are trying to lure him to do. But anyway, yeah, exactly my point, Elvis. Maybe 10 years from now, Juju won't be here, or maybe like a Jamaican grandma, or maybe he will require to go back to his place or go back to his home to be taken care of, because nobody will want to take care of an old man who has nothing, because when his pension will be done or finished, when his money will dry, then they will have no business with him. Okay? So if he's planning to buy those cars and whatever that they're trying to tell him to buy, joke is on him. I mean, joke is on him. But because he thinks that, oh, I'm doing this, or I'm saving, the neighbors are jealous. Not neighbors, but villagers. That is what Maro called them, because for him, he said that he's not a villager. So because of this, the villagers are jealous. Juju. I don't know what to tell you, Juju. But anyway, let's go on a little bit.
Government surveyor is coming here.
That's it.
He will.
Oh, wind. Maro say there is someone who is going to come here in 2 months. A government surveyor, probably someone that they have paid, who is going to come here and force, or maybe create a forcefully create a road here, even if there is nothing. All right?
These all lands, there is a public surveyor, government surveyor is coming here.
That's it.
He will, whatever he will decide, and he will.
So I want you to listen keenly to those statements that Maro is saying. Looks like that public surveyor have already been bought by Maro. He will be coming here in 2 months, and whatever he will decide, it doesn't work like that, Maro. It's not like a public surveyor is above the law. A public surveyor will come with a map, that village map, and look at where is the road, where is the public road. Is this the public road or not? Not like he will come and stand, how Maru is saying, he will come and stand and say, from here, we want a road from here to there, and nobody can say nothing. When he says stuff like that, I really think the so-called public surveyor, villagers will need to go deep down and investigate about that public surveyor, because he may not be a public surveyor anyway. He might be someone hired from wherever to come and do the job. So I don't really think that is a public surveyor. If neighbors are keen enough, they can go down and investigate. My good friend called Chris the Great, Gintu, and the rest. You guys may need to go down and investigate about this public surveyor that is going to come up here and decide where the road will be, with or without the legal justification of it. So
you stand like this and say the road walks here, and there's nothing you can do.
You can't do nothing about it.
Nothing. He will stand here and say the road goes straight down.
Right.
How many feet going there?
You hear what Maru is saying? That public surveyor will come and stand here and say the road goes straight here. There's nothing you can do about it. That's not how it works. A public surveyor may need to come with a map that shows that here the road is gazetted, and here there is another road gazetted. So it's not like because the public surveyor will come and force that, or because DEE MWANGO is constructing a road here, a house here, a road will go here straight. Anyway, neighbors or villagers, that public surveyor is coming.
How many feet going there?
Yeah.
And he puts max in the center. That is it.
Finished. You can't fight.
You can't fight. You can't say, oh, you know, here the road is working on my side. No.
That's how it needs to be done.
You know.
It needs to be done.
So you can see the trees are being cut down. You know, they're cutting down trees. The fence is being pulled down because now Jamaican uncle cannot say nothing. Okay, he's speechless. And the public surveyor will come and do whatever the Maras are saying there. Anyway, what do we say? Guys, have you liked the video? Julia Thomas, I can see you're tiring people with your comments over there. Why won't you send your donations here so that we can see what you can do? Julia Thomas. Hey. And these are other people from the other bush, from the other camp. You know, one thing is I like that I like the fact that you're still here watching. So that means a lot to me. If you haven't liked the video, please like, okay? Like as we're doing this. And forgive me if my video quality has been bad today. And forgive me if my sound or whatever, it hasn't been good today because, yeah, electricity disappointed, and I decided to use my backup because I had already scheduled and I couldn't let you all down. I saw a lot of you in the waiting list. You're waiting there in the chat. So I said, let me power on my backup, and I use my mobile hotspot to talk about this. And I agree. Again, I appreciate you taking your time to watch. You know, it goes a long way, and your support, the comments that you're giving, I'm reading all of them, and I like what you guys are doing, right? So I'm not gonna spend a lot of time here because I'm using my backup, and it might go off and leave you again. So I beg to leave, and before I go, request you to like the video before you go, subscribe. That I'll be seeing you. Says. But anyway, I'll be seeing how this series goes, and maybe in a way or the other, it's gonna roll out. But one thing is for a fact: if this thing goes like this, if this thing goes on like this, somebody's going to get hurt. Remember, there's still a case pending in court, and DEE MWANGO was supposed to be in Nairobi today to demand for her phone. And now they're in the village trying to find neighbors. I'm not sure what is happening there. DEE MWANGO, what happened to I demand I demand my $1,000 phone. I demand. Oh my God, I demand. What happened? I don't know what happened. So I'll be seeing what went down. But anyway, if you watched this far, please let me know and like the video before you go. Subscribe the channel if you haven't. Let me see in the next video, right? Bye for now. Bye for now. Let me plug because I ain't got no outro. So let me try to see. All right. Bye-bye, guys. I'll see you